Right now at 5, let's talk politics. Could North Carolina have a new U.S. Senator in 2026?
It's very possible as questions swirl around Senator Thom Tillis' chances in winning re-election. New polls show a close race in a potential Republican primary. Our chief political correspondent, Andy Weber, is here. And Andy, that polling indicates a Trump family member could be the leading choice.
Yeah, a poll just dropped this week shows Laura Trump, the current GOP chair and the president-elect's daughter-in-law, as the strong favorite. And now Mark Robinson is signaling he could enter the race as well.
Americans are already committed to same-sex marriages.
Experts say U.S. Senator Thom Tillis first fell out of favor among the GOP when the state party censured him in 2023 over support for bills dealing with LGBTQ protections and policies on immigration and gun violence.
Very unusual action against a sitting United States senator. And from then on, I think there's been a lot of speculation about whether he could win the primary election or whether he would get primaried out.
Fast forward to today, polling is showing Tillis could be vulnerable if primaried ahead of his re-election in 2026. Duke professor Mac McCorkle says Tillis could beat a Democrat in the general.
Tillis is an interesting case that he has the right general election formula for a Republican, which I would say is a don't rock the boat conservative, somewhat independent from Trump. I think a lot of people in the general election like that.
But says the primary could be different. A new poll out Monday found among Republican voters, 65% would pick Laura Trump, while only 11% would pick Tillis.
Boy, Tillis, I wouldn't bet much at all on Tillis' chances against Laura Trump.
Meanwhile, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, fresh off a loss in the race for North Carolina governor, signaled he may want to run for Senate. He asked his followers on X if Tillis should be the nominee in 2026. Western Carolina professor Chris Cooper says whatever the final result, odds are that Tillis will have an uphill battle.
So we might see Mark Robinson appear. We might see Laura Trump appear. We might see somebody else that's not on the top of the list, but somebody perhaps in the General Assembly who leans a little bit more right to come out in this race. It's going to be an interesting primary.
And Chris Cooper, who you just heard from, says to take any poll this early with a grain of salt. Polls could suggest potential opponents to Tillis, but actual results of an election are very difficult to predict 2 years out. Alicia?
All right.